Hello, I'm Joshua Brown from howtobecome.com, a leading interview training company that has helped millions of candidates worldwide prepare to pass their job interviews. And in this video, I'm going to help you succeed in your CBRE interview. Oh, and don't forget to let me know the name of the job role that you are applying for in the comment section below this video, so I can personally give you extra interview tips and questions tailored for you. Now, CBRE style interview question number 1 is tell me about yourself, your interview introduction. Here is my brilliant top scoring answer to help you come up with and develop your own winning response. Here we go. Tell me about yourself. Thank you for this opportunity. I've built my career in property management, where I've developed strong skills in organisation, problem solving, and building good relationships with clients and colleagues. I enjoy roles where I can combine attention to detail with delivering practical solutions because I like seeing the positive impact on both people and business outcomes. What excites me about CBRE is its reputation as a global leader in real estate services and solutions. I admire how CBRE focuses on innovation, sustainability, and client success, and I want to be part of a team that delivers meaningful results at scale. On a personal note, I've always taken pride in being reliable and calm under pressure, and I believe those qualities are a strong match for a company that works on complex projects with high expectations. I'm motivated to bring my skills and enthusiasm to CBRE and grow with the business. That was a brilliant top scoring answer and a fantastic way to introduce yourself. It works because it's professional, it's structured, and it's tailored to CBRE. That's very important. I give a clear overview of my background. I highlight relevant skills like organisation and problem solving, and then connect them directly to CBRE's strengths, global leadership, sustainability, and client focus. I also make it personal by emphasising reliability and calmness under pressure, qualities that CBRE values in such a fast-moving, client-driven environment. That combination of skills, cultural fit, and personal motivation makes this a strong and memorable response. Let's move on to question number 2. How do you prioritize multiple projects when all have tight deadlines? Now, this question is being asked to evaluate your time management, your organization, and your ability to handle pressure in a client-driven environment. Therefore, in your answer, make sure you show a clear process, breaking down tasks, prioritizing by urgency and impact, and using communication and tools to stay on track are great ways of doing that. So here is a brilliant top scoring response to help you. How do you prioritize multiple projects when all have tight deadlines? In my experience, the key to handling multiple projects with tight deadlines is to stay organized, communicate clearly, and focus on impact. I start by breaking down each project into smaller tasks and then assessing which deliverables are most critical for clients or stakeholders. I prioritize based on urgency, business value, and dependencies, while also being realistic about what can be achieved within a time frame. I use tools like project trackers and shared calendars to keep everything visible, and I set milestone check-ins to make sure progress is on track. Just as important, I communicate with stakeholders early if there are any potential conflicts so that we can adjust expectations or reallocate resources. For example, in a previous role, I had to manage several client reports due the same week. By mapping out the timelines, delegating effectively, and staying disciplined with my schedule, I delivered all projects on time without sacrificing quality. At CBRE, I would bring the same structured but flexible approach to ensure deadlines are consistently met. This answer worked really well because I give a clear process. I break projects down, I prioritize by urgency and value, and I use tools for organization, and I communicate with stakeholders. I also strengthen the answer with a real example, showing I've successfully applied this approach. That proves I'm not just speaking in theory, but have the discipline and structure that CBRE looks for when managing client-driven projects with tight deadlines. Now, don't go anywhere, as I still have plenty more CBRE style interview questions and brilliant example answers to give you. But when you're ready, and only if you want to, you can click that link in the top right-hand corner or in the pinned comment below the video at any point during this training. It will take you through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download my top 25 CBRE style interview questions and answers suitable for all job roles to give you the edge in your interview. Okay, let's move on to question number 3. Describe a time when you had to handle a conflict or disagreement on a project. What did you do? Now, this question is being asked to test your conflict resolution skills, your teamwork, and your professionalism in high-pressure situations. In your answer, it's very important that you explain the conflict clearly, you show how you listened and mediated, and you highlight the positive outcome. That is very important. You must demonstrate a positive outcome. Now, a brilliant way to structure any answer to any kind of behavioural interview question, just like this one, a behavioural question is one where you need to draw on your prior experiences. Use the STAR method, STARR. It's a fantastic way to structure your answer, and it stands for this. S is for situation. You start your answer off by describing what was the situation you found yourself in. You then move on to T for task. What was the task that you needed to carry out? A is for action. What action did you take to achieve the task? The first R is for result. What was the end result following your actions? Again, make sure it's always a positive end result. And the final R stands for reflection. What did you learn from this experience, and how does it tie back to the job role itself or the company's values? So here is a brilliant top scoring answer using that STAR structure to the question. Describe a time when you had to handle conflict or disagreement on a project. What did you do? In a previous role, I worked on a client project where 2 colleagues strongly disagreed over how to allocate resources. One wanted to prioritize speed, while the other was focused on detail and accuracy. The disagreement was slowing down progress and creating tension in the team. As part of the project team, it was my responsibility to help move things forward while keeping relationships professional and ensuring the client's expectations were met. I suggested we step back and look at the project goals together. I facilitated a short discussion where each person could explain their perspective. Then I summarized the key points so both felt heard. I proposed a compromise. Complete the time-sensitive tasks first, but schedule a quality review immediately after to ensure accuracy. I also communicated this plan clearly to the client to manage expectations. The tension reduced, both colleagues felt their concerns were addressed, and we met the deadlines without sacrificing quality. This taught me that conflict can be resolved through active listening, clear communication, and focusing on shared goals rather than differences. So this answer works because I used that STAR format to keep it clear and structured. I show that I didn't ignore the conflict, that's very important. Instead, I listened, I facilitated discussion, and found a compromise. By emphasizing teamwork, communication, and client focus, I demonstrate skills that CBRE values in client-facing projects. Ending the answer with reflection also proves I learn from challenges, which makes the answer feel thoughtful and complete. So question number 4 is this. Give an example of when you went above and beyond to deliver for a client or stakeholder. Again, another behavioral interview question, and this one is being asked to see if you are willing to put in extra effort and strengthen client relationships when needed. Therefore, in your answer, I really recommend you choose an example where you went the extra mile and explain your actions and results and how it built long-term trust with that client. That's very important. So here is exactly how you can do that with this brilliant top scoring answer to help you in your preparation. Give me an example of when you went above and beyond to deliver for a client or stakeholder. In my previous role, a client needed a detailed facilities report much earlier than originally agreed, as they had to present it to their board. The request came late on a Friday afternoon with delivery expected by Monday morning. My responsibility was to ensure the client received a high-quality report within the shortened timeframe without errors and while also managing my regular workload. I reorganized my priorities immediately, delegated some of my routine tasks to colleagues, and worked extra hours over the weekend. I also reached out to our data team to fast-track the information I needed and double-checked all details to maintain accuracy. Throughout, I kept the client updated on progress so they felt reassured. The report was delivered on time, the client was extremely grateful, and they later renewed their contract with positive feedback about our responsiveness and professionalism. This taught me the importance of flexibility and communication. By going the extra mile, I not only solved an urgent problem, but also strengthened a long-term client relationship. So this answer works again because I use that STAR format. I keep the story structured and easy to follow. I highlight the pressure of the situation. I explain how I reorganized priorities, collaborated with colleagues and worked extra hours. And then I showed a clear positive outcome, a happy client who renewed their contract. I finished with reflection, proving I understand the long-term value of going above and beyond. That balance of problem solving, effort, and client focus makes this a top scoring answer for CBRE during your interview. So those are just some of the key questions that you should be preparing for. But if you want the full list of the top 25 CBRE style interview questions and brilliant example answers to help you pass your interview at the first attempt, then click the link in the top right hand corner or in the pinned comment below this video for two reasons. Firstly, it will take you through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you'll get all of the answers we've covered today, plus a total of 25 expertly crafted responses to the most commonly asked CBRE style interview questions. Secondly, and as a bonus, I've also included 3 smart questions that you should be asking at the end of your interview on that page to make a lasting impression. It's a powerful resource designed to put you ahead of the competition, so make sure you check it out. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible pass their job interviews, and I can only do that if you're subscribed. Also hit that like button if you found this useful. It really helps motivate me to create more videos just like this for you. Don't forget to let me know the name of the job role you are applying for so I can get back to you with even more tailored interview tips and advice. I reply to all comments, so make sure you let me know there. And finally, don't forget to connect to me on LinkedIn. The link is in the description. I'd love to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best in your CBR interview. Have a brilliant day. You've got this.